and welcome to the 2025 season for Springford High School baseball. At this time, I would like to welcome the family of Jason Crater to the field. Today, as a team, we come together to begin a new season, and we do so with heavy hearts, remembering and honoring our teammate and friend, Jay Crater. Jay was more than just a player. He was a brother to us all, a person whose kindness, dedication, and love for the game left a lasting impression. His selflessness continues to inspire us all, as even in his passing, he gave the ultimate gift of life through organ donation, giving a second chance at life to 5 individuals. As we take the field this season, we carry his spirit with us, playing with the same heart and determination that he showed every day. It is an honor to have his sister Sophie here to throw out the ceremonial first pitch, reminding us that Jay's presence will always be felt. This season, and always, we play for Springford, we play for each other, and we play for Jay. Please now join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Now at this time, we would like to introduce Sophie D'innocenti to throw out this season's first pitch.
From Springford High School, the PCTV network proudly presents high school baseball. It is North Penn visiting the Springford Rams. Hello, everybody. I'm Al Ganoza, joined by Rod Johnson, and welcome to the U.S. Piping pregame show. Rod, North Penn, one of the perennial powers across the state, had a good year last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope people can hear me or not. I can hardly hear myself. It's an exciting night here. I wasn't sure we were going to get this game in, but so excited because it's early in the season and players are excited, fans are excited. We're excited to be here tonight, and we expect an outstanding game against, again, what you said, perennial powers in southeastern Pennsylvania.
You know, Springford recognizing some of the names they have coming back, led by Jake Whitmer. I remember he had a right field blast here 2 years ago while we were here.
Yeah, he did. And I don't recognize a lot of the players. We've done a lot of Springford games, and I'm a Springford alum, but I don't recognize a lot of the players. And I would be remiss to say that there's a new coach for Springford this year. Rick Harrison has left, and there's another gentleman that took over, and we'll talk about him as the game goes on.
Okay, we'll be back with your opening pitch.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food, with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day, with homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Hi, Jeff Bush here, host of Financially Speaking here on PCTV for the past 11 years. I have some exciting news. We are now Wellspring Financial, home of the Wellspring formula. We are here to serve all your financial needs.
All right, leading off for North Penn, Chase Jones, the catcher. There's a strike call. Looks like that was on the outside corner. I think somebody passed by as I was watching the pitch. A lot of people here tonight, Rod. A lot of people.
Awesome crowd.
It is. Oh, count evens at a ball and a strike. A little chilly. Looks like the wind is blowing out to left, judging by the flag in left center field.
What I've seen more and more is left-handed pitching. And I don't know when this phenomenon started, but most recently, and I can tell you even in college, seeing more and more left-handed arms out there.
And you see, I've noticed a lot of left-handed basketball players too in recent years. Wow, a little bit of a low strike there. We got a full count, Rod. Although the scoreboard says 3-0. That's chopped foul down the right field line.
I think things were happening fast and furious here to start the game, and maybe they're just trying to catch up.
It could be. You know, there was a lot of people here, so I don't have to worry about my car being hit unless that's about 450 feet away behind us. Sky back, long at bat here for Chase Jones. And the pitcher, Don Ruggiero.
People will notice on the scoreboard the pitch count. At 6, I believe they can throw, I think I'm in the ballpark of saying around 100 pitches. I think it's a little bit more.
So, I'm confused on what the count actually is. They may have run it full.
Patience is a virtue, my friend.
So long at bat here, 8th pitch of the at bat, and that will be a walk. Nice at bat by Chase Jones. Sees a lot of pitches, and he's a base runner.
Now batting number 26, second baseman Logan Waynick.
This is Logan Waynick. He's the second baseman, and he is, as you can see, a right-hander. And there's a looks like a courtesy runner there for the catcher, wearing number 5. It looks like Brady.
Looks like Dolder.
Okay. My eyes ain't what they used to be. Right. Tries to get the bunt down. Playing small ball.
Yeah, well, he's running for a base hit, but also, the worst that he believes that can happen is getting thrown out of first, advance the runner to second base. The other thing that we should notice is there's not dirt on the foul lines. And that makes it a lot easier to bunt and for the bunt to be held by the grass.
I didn't even notice that. Here goes the runner. Pitches high. Throws there, but it's a little late. And a stolen base for number 5. What's his last name?
No, you're right.
Donder? Dorder?
Brady.
Can't you enlarge that? Talking about your screen. What is foul?
My players kid with me all the time about saying how large my font is, and now you're telling me to make it even larger.
Yeah. Well,
what's that tell you?
If you press, you can see. There you go. Nice job, Brady Dolder. Thank you.
I like how you just deflected all this problem to me.
You're the one who actually got the rosters,
You were
which I
stumbling
appreciate.
around. You were stumbling around and you deflected it to me.
You always got to throw somebody under the bus when you can. That's chopped to the pitcher. Ruggiero looks to third, but it was a little too late. Good jump by the runner. Gets the sure out at first. What do you think? Maybe could have had him third or not? Would have been tough.
Yeah, it wasn't worth taking the risk first inning.
Now batting number
I agree.
1, designated hitter Josh Martinell.
Josh Martinell, your designated hitter. And you could think they would be able to score in an infield out here or a decent fly to the outfield.
Yeah, they're playing the middle infield back and first back a little bit, so I would say everywhere but the pitcher and third base will probably be green lighted at third.
I would think that Ruggiero would be looking at a strikeout as being optimal at this point. Oh, I think he got it. There it is. Tried to check, did not. Big strikeout for Ruggiero.
Well, I would look at it this way, that I would hope he would get the strikeout because he caused himself the problem with the first batter walk.
Good point.
Brace.
Leadoff walk's not a good thing. Not a good
No.
thing. This is Kevin Brace, wearing number 9. He's the shortstop.
There's a statistic out there, and there's always statistics about everything, right? But there's statistics out there that says about 65% of the runners score on a leadoff walk.
You know what irritates me more than a starting pitcher doing a leadoff walk is when a reliever comes in and walks the leadoff guy. That really gets under
Or
my
hits
skin.
him.
Or hits him, yes. I'm sure as a coach you felt that aggravation in the past.
Yeah, a lot of things aggravate me. Like that.
That's
Like
gonna
a
be a
free,
wild
like
pitch.
a free one right there.
That's definitely a wild pitch. And a run scored, and it is 1-0. So North Penn plates a run without the benefits of a hit. The pitch again sails high. And the scoreboard says the count is 2-1.
Yeah, that's frustrating. A team scores a run without any hits, and the farthest that they even batted the ball was back to the pitcher.
Yeah. Yep.
That's extremely frustrating.
Not sure what the count is. It 2-2? We'll find out soon. Fouled straight back.
Again, the first inning, and they've got him up to 20 pitches.
And what's the cutoff? It's 100?
It's right around 100. I'm not 100% sure.
Wow, floated a curveball in there. Ruggiero really wanted that. It looked like it might have nabbed the corner, but it's another walk. Hard to tell from this angle because we're obstructed by the umpire.
You know, I think the pitch was high. I think
Okay.
curveball. I think it dropped in high.
Okay. This brings up Ben Gratton. He's the left fielder.
We'll see if North Penn's running on first move by a left-hander. A lot of schools, as soon as that pitcher, left-hander, lifts his leg, they just take off. And if they throw it to first, they try to pick an angle going into second towards the infielder's glove in case the throw comes in. They're trying to get in front of the glove.
Yep.
And we've got flowers. We've got fans.
So there he goes, swing and a miss. Throw is in the dirt, goes into center field. Good backup there by Cavalieri and no advancement. All right, they're saying he's out. What happened? I missed it. They're saying some kind of obstruction. I missed it, Rod. But that's it for that.
Top of the first.
That inning.
North Penn.
Top of the first, North Penn gets 1 run, no hits, 2 walks.
happening.
We go to the bottom of the first.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Business law is complex because it's easy to make costly mistakes. OWM is able to handle any area of law that a business or individual in our community needs.
We are the ones who are uniquely talented and uniquely positioned to do that for your benefit. That's what drives me to come to work every day.
OWM Law.
Your life,
Your business, your law firm.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning. Rod and I still trying to figure out what the call was there to end that inning. I didn't even see it happen. I was looking down and
I'm a bit befuddled. I'm trying to think of what it possibly could be, and I got a couple thoughts, but they don't make sense when I run them back in my head.
well, he was obviously well in ahead of the throw, right?
Yes.
And he didn't advance on the overthrow, so even if he was obstructed, I don't get it. All right, this is Brayton Fontaine pitching for North Penn. Right-hander. So he's got a little bit of velocity to that fastball there. But anybody looks fast to me at my age.
I guess the viewers were wondering why I was talking about flowers and fans, so I have to explain myself. We have a lot of traffic running in front of us here, and I was looking at flowers and I was looking at some of the fans.
There was a family of 16 walking
Yeah, exactly.
by. Yes.
All the same last name, I believe.
I think they were. And the last one had flowers. Everybody but Grandpa.
Leading off the bottom half of the first inning for Springport, number 15, center fielder Luca Cavalieri.
Luca Cavalieri, right-handed batter, will lead off for Springport, wearing number 15. Big cut on a low fastball.
He's got a little giddy up on that
Look like
fastball.
he's chucking the heater there, right? He's not messing around so far. Just throwing a little gas.
He's a good-sized young man, too.
Yeah. Pitch is low. So he's been staying low. Still waiting for the leaves to show up on the trees around here. Don't even see any blooms across the way. It's like a high curveball misses, and it evens the count at 2.
What we can see is a lot of traffic moving along on 422 behind us, which normally when you and I do a game,
You can't
see anything.
It's been so darn cold this winter. I mean, we've had a warm streak since then, but it was a pretty cold winter. And today, not all that toasty either. But at least it's dry. All right, we're 2-2. Oh, looked like a curveball that floated in there for a called strike 3.
Now batting number 10,
What was that? Curveball, slider?
Slider, swerve. Used to be called Uncle Charlie.
Uncle Charlie. Was it the Yacker or not? No?
Yacker.
Okay, this is Ryan Fields, the shortstop, batting left. Cutting at that low strike. Wow, right back at us. I didn't flinch.
Well, I was just going to say, it really didn't challenge you because it was really
didn't.
high on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really high.
But you're not a flincher, are you?
No, I'm really not.
Okay.
No. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a flincher.
I was going to say, I had a couple other things on my list. Well, good to see you again, man. How you been? Good?
Yeah, I've been good. I've been good.
And you're coaching down under Sinus now.
I am. But I was thinking about the winter, and I thought, I started putting winter weight on last spring, and so the winter started early.
Get an early jump. Oh, there's a free base runner. Looks like Ryan took a fastball, but I think it just grazed him.
Number 14, third baseman, Luke Cedar.
Luke Cedar. He's his third baseman.
That was a great example of how to take a pitch. Like some guys, when they open up early, boy, you can shake that one right in the chest.
Oh, yeah.
But he kind of, kept the shoulder in there. So it just, like you said, deflected.
Worst place to take him, man. We see so many times in the majors, they take him on the wrist, the elbow. Man, it hurts just looking at it.
100 miles an hour.
And you always run the risk of a broken bone.
Oh, yeah.
Strike called, evens the count at 1. 13 pitches already for Brayton Fontaine.
So Springford is doing a little bit of what we call a launch lead. So if the cameras do catch some of the runners for Springford, you'll see where they start off a little conservative, although that's not a bad lead, and there he launched.
Oh, he might have gotten caught. Boy, he's lucky.
No. Now there's a lot of talk about launch leads, and I've been able to pick off guys with our catcher watching and then dropping his glove on a launch lead to give the pitcher an idea when to throw to first. If you can catch him on the launch, now he's got a bigger lead, and I wonder whether he's going to launch from there. That's a long. You couldn't hardly launch from where he was at there. So usually they take a shorter lead and then they launch into it to get momentum, and if they get the timing right, boom, they go to second.
He looks runnerish.
He's not as long this time, so he might try the launch. No, he didn't.
That is skied way high into short center field. Charging in and making the play is Brennan. Put away there by Trey Brennan, and that is 2 outs. It would have been a tough play for the shortstop.
Number 27, left fielder, Jake Whitmer.
And here's Jake Whitmer. We've seen his power. Jake's got a hoodie working there, too.
He does. He's prepared. Got the Under Armour on.
Oh, yeah. This ain't his first rodeo.
No.
Jake tries to test that scoreboard out to right. Down in the hole 0-1. Well, it's a shame this wasn't. This game wasn't over the last couple days, like 2-3 days ago. It was a little warmer. It's chopped foul. And Whitmer in an 0-2 hole.
So here's a case where, as a coach, you think, okay, I got a left-handed hitter up. I got a first baseman holding the guy on. The 4-hole, which we call the 4-hole between the first and second baseman, is wide open, as you can see. But then again, you steal him, and then a base hit scores him. You know, so you're in a little bit of a conundrum of what you want to do sometimes with a lefty. A lefty hitter.
Are you surprised they're holding him on?
No. Now 3-2 with 2 outs, he may back off behind him.
Okay.
3-2. Almost a profit. Almost a profit.
So Whitmer got around on that fastball pretty well. That was a fastball, I thought.
That's a very quick bat.
We don't have the jugs gun here.
We do not. We do not. I don't use that too often anymore. No.
Falls into dirt. There he goes. Going to cruise in there standing up.
Stolen base.
Picked a good pitch to go on, as they say. See if Whitmer can drive him in. That's a drive to left field, but it's going to be a relatively routine play for Grattan. Takes a couple of steps over to his right and ends the inning. Springford leads them out of second base. They come up scoreless. We head to the top of the second, 1-0 North Penn.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Number 20, right fielder, Christian Barnes.
All right, so Christian Barnes, what happened to, I thought Grattan was, I thought his, that doesn't make sense. I didn't know his bat was canceled, right? Because he was,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? I thought
I wonder if on the steal, the hitter came across and interfered.
Oh, okay, let's do, okay. Because that was confusing. I'm just going to put out. So this is Christian Barnes, the right fielder. Oh, a lot of contact there down the right field line.
See the bat? Bat's in half.
He broke the bat.
He broke it in half.
Oh my gosh. You don't see that. I've never seen that before. Oh, tape, that'll be fine.
Get the screws out, right?
Yeah.
Like we did in the old days with the wooden bats. Screw it up.
These ain't cheap, man. Come on.
Electrical tape?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I still have one of those in my house for protection.
Hey, what do you want for $350?
Right. Wow. They have that on warranty.
I almost guarantee there's no warranty on it.
So Barnes with some contact and busts a bat. There's a big cut. Took a little off that.
You know, and the pitchers used to celebrate when they would break a wooden bat. Yeah. Like when I was in the minor leagues, everybody get all pumped up. I sawed that guy off, right? He's got kindling.
They're gonna say he went.
But to snap a metal bat in half.
Yeah, that's gonna go on his resume. Once again, that's Don Ruggiero,
Now batting number 18.
who gave up a run in the first inning without the benefit of a hit. This is Mason Coyne, the first baseman. And the game's only run scored on a wild pitch. Curveball misses, a little high and outside.
We have a great view here, but we may not be able to see exactly inside, outside.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome view that we have here at Ram Stadium.
The umpire's in the way. If he could just move over a little bit, a couple yards to the right.
Couple yards.
There's a ground ball to second. Scooped up nicely by McCreary and tosses it over to Babore for the out.
Yeah, that's one of the funnier things you
Third
said.
baseman, number 15, Luke Chuckman.
I think that little guy who just walked in front of us is looking for an interview.
Yeah, he was. He's stumbling. He's gone.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he's going all the way. He's going to the dugout. Hold on.
There he goes. He's gonna take the safe way down the steps.
That's cold on the hands.
adventurous little tyke.
Coin with 2 out. What do you think? Ruggerio's settling in here? He's looked a lot sharper in this inning.
Well, I don't think he looked bad in the first
No,
inning,
he didn't.
other than the fact that, well, he
Two
walked the
walks.
guy and then he threw a ball to the screen.
Oh, he's peppering that strike zone now.
Yeah, he's got his curveball working.
0-2 hold for Coin. And a swing and a miss. And that will do it. Strikes out 2. 2 in that inning. And North Penn does not score. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 North Penn.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
There you see the breeze. It's gentle, maybe enough to give a high drive, a little bit of lift over the fence, but not an oppressive wind. The Springport getting their second cracks here.
Leading off the bottom half, the second inning for Springport, number 23, first baseman Logan Babor.
Logan Babor. There's no A, no Babor A. Logan is the first baseman. It's fouled off to the right.
I don't know if you recall, but last year there was a pop-up here, and when they hit the roof, your butt came about a foot and a half off of the seat.
You get a little jumpy.
I was hoping that was going to hit it again. Watch it again.
Well, the one during warm-ups hit the bottom here, gave a clank. That's startled me. We need to kick up the meds a little bit. Oh, there's a strike called. As Babor strike out. That's the second strikeout for Brighton Fontaine.
This is something that I'll share, that some organizations, they put a string at knee high, like in the bullpen, right? They'll have a string that runs across home plate knee high, and they say throw to the string. Well, I will tell you that this pitcher right now is throwing to the string. He's keeping everything low, knee high, with a little zip on it. It'll be difficult to hit, and especially when he gets that slider or curveball that he throws over the plate.
Everything is down.
Everything's down. Turn the lights on here.
It's a great place to watch a game. Oh, there's a shot in the right field. Oh, but right at the right fielder, Barnes. Made a nice play. That thing looked like it was starting to dip. A good contact, but nothing for Max Hungate. Max, the designated hitter.
That also is a difficult play, because if you notice, that's a sun field right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because the sun is setting really between third base and home, and look, you can see him now holding his glove up, and the first baseman holding their gloves up.
Good point. Yeah, Max Hungate with the best contact by far of the day so far. Really, I think the only contact. Well, the last one by last inning, the left field, that was pretty good. Pretty well struck ball.
Whitmer's.
Yes. Made some good contact opposite field. This is Cole McCrary, the second baseman. Count even at 1. McCrary wearing number 3. Does that curveball find the plate? There he goes hard low, and it's another strikeout. As you mentioned, Rod, low strikeout, 3 up, 3 down. As it was in the top of the second inning, we go to the top of the third. It is 1-0 North Penn.
About a bomb to Curry.
Yep. Here it is.
Oh! You gotta be kidding me! Oh my! Unbelievable! Oh my! Oh! Wow! What a pass by Marshall!
Damn!
He's auditioning for Jalen Hurts'
Yeah!
job.
And Curry! Oh! That may be the play of my broadcasting career, seeing that.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Matei, our team approach makes all the difference.
With special needs planning, what I can do with families is help to make sure that in the event the parent no longer is there to finance the care of their child, that there's a trust available or other people available to make decisions for that child. I really like working with my clients, I like coming to work, and I really like helping them find solutions for their problems.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
So I want to remind you, as Rod just reminded me, subscribe to the PCTV YouTube channel, please. And this game will be broadcast also on channel 22, 28, and 98. And streaming on PCTV. I can't read your writing now.
Well, I camouflage my writing because I don't want people to really know what it says.
Yeah, it works.
But Gus Tellis mentioned to me that it should be on tomorrow afternoon or evening.
So if you're hearing this, that means it's on. It's already on. and never mind.
Yeah, chicken or the egg.
This is Trey Brennan. He is the center fielder. As Dom Ruggiero up to 38 pitches. Ball outside.
You know, Gus had mentioned that we have about 1,855 subscribers.
That's good. That's good.
Talk him into like giving something to somebody who's the 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I good idea. Leadoff walk for the second of the 3 innings.
Catcher, number 2, Chase Jones.
Yeah, tell your friends, and maybe we'll get like a commission or something for so many people who. I'm just thinking out loud. It's fouled out of play. So last inning, Rod, top and bottom, it was 1-2-3. Not so in this inning. As Chase Jones, the leadoff hitter, steps back up to the plate. He walked and scored on a wild pitch, you may recall, in that first inning. Pitch, good throw, but just a little late. Good jump and another stolen base. Same script as the first inning. So 2 umpires, right? It's a standard in high school baseball.
Because of the rain, a couple stolen bases on the head first slide.
Yeah.
The guys are kind of like sticking. They're not really sliding. They're sticking in the second.
Have they been face first? Oh, yeah, it looks like they've been face first.
They kind of slide and then they catapult into it. You know, the head first slide, you know, it can be effective, but there's so many injuries that happen with the head first slide. The fingers, the wrists, the hands get all cut up.
you got to be careful. You can hyperextend your shoulders.
Yeah. You know, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Pete Rose gets credit for initiating, but I've seen highlights of Richie Allen back in the day going head first, back in the mid-'60s. Pitches in the dirt. Count stays at 1-2. Hear the chatter from both dugouts. Ball sails wide, and it's a full count. And he runs a danger here of walking the first two guys in this inning.
And then we'll see the philosophy of North Penn coaches, whether or not they'll bunt first and second and nobody out.
Which is low. They ring him up. They ring him up. I jumped the gun. Strike 3 called, and that is 1 out. It is tough for us to see here, as I said, because the umpire's in the way. Logan Waynick, the second baseman, grounded out to the pitcher the first time up. There's a shot in the hole to right field. See if it's going to be enough to score. It looks like it will be. He is going to score standing up, and it is 2-0 North Penn on a ringing base hit by Logan Waynick.
Walk bites him again.
Yep. First hit of the game
Designated hitter
for
number
North
1,
Penn.
Josh Martinell.
First hit of the game for either team, actually. This is Josh Martinell, the designated hitter. There goes the runner from first, pitches into dirt, throw is offline. Nice backup by the shortstop Fields. Very active running by both teams. Still 1 out. Strike called. 0-2 on Martinell.
I usually have my stopwatch, which I don't have today, because I like to time pitchers' time from the mound to the catcher, and then also catcher to second base.
Oh, there's a drive in the right. It's going to sink fast, and it gets beyond the right fielder. Run is going to score. They're going to hold him up at second. He gets and he does not get back. He is out. Rounded a little too quickly. You know, Rod, that ball died out in right field, too. So give Martinell credit for a single and an RBI. I thought the thing was going to roll all the way to the fence, and it just died. So it is a 3-0 game. And Kevin Brace, the shortstop, is up.
I'm not sure what the official scorer will do there, whether or not he'll give him a single and an error, or he's going to give him a double on the dive.
Good point.
And an RBI. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to shake out. But nevertheless, it's 3-0 North Penn.
Personally, I would not give him an error because he tried for the dive. So I would give him a double. Back in the day, we would be able to read about it in the Mercury the next day and find out what happened.
About it.
Nice curveball by Ruggiero. And the count is at 2-2. Hard shot in the hole. Fields wings across just in time. Nice play by Fields, and that will do it. But 2 runs for North Penn on 2 hits and a walk. We head to the bottom of the third. It is 3-0 North Penn.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day with homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Now batting number 17, right fielder T.J. Schultz.
All right, we go to the bottom of the third, and T.J. Schultz, the right fielder, will get his first crack at the bat. That's poked into left field down the line. It's down for a hit. Let's see if he tries to go for 2. He is. Let's see the throw. It is just a bit late. There's a leadoff double for T.J. Schultz. First ball swinging, Rod.
Catcher, number 16, Cooper Nelson.
And Cooper Nelson, the catcher. Second time that the Rams have advanced the runner to second base, happened back in the first. And they were not able to score. Got him there, I think, with 2 outs and a couple of flyouts. So Brighton Fontaine, a little bit of trouble here. Squaring around the bunt is Nelson. Pulls it back, takes the ball. Appeal is upheld.
Yeah, I find it interesting that Springford is going to bunt here. They're down 3-0, but there's a lot of chaos that happens on a bunt.
That's true.
People've got to pick up the ball, maybe a little slippery. Grass is slippery.
Yep, make him field it. Shortens up again. Pulls it back and drives it to center field. Wow, I thought that was... Doesn't seem to be carrying well tonight, Ron.
Not at all. And he went with the slash. I mean, I guess that's what they were looking to do, is slash, not necessarily bunt.
Yeah. I got a little excited there. I thought that thing was going to go over the head of the center fielder.
Now batting number 15, center fielder Luca Cavalieri.
So we go back to the top of the order. Luca Cavalieri struck out his first time up. Runner did not advance. Well, it would appear so far that Springford's getting some better swings against Brighton Fontaine. At least the first 2 men in this inning have. Long set. And a strike called that I don't think Cavalieri's very excited about. And he's at an 0-2 hole. That takes a lot of time between pitches. What's the call there?
I think he told him to tuck the chain in.
You know, I did notice that in the first inning. It was popping out. I give you credit there, Rod. You caught that. You were all over that.
Remember all the fake chains I used to wear when I was in high school?
And then you used to wear them out to the nightclubs too, right?
No, no nightclubs, but just... It was the era of the fake chain.
Oh.
Whether it was around your neck, whether it was on your wrist, you know.
Was that in the era of Mr. T, or were you before that? Were you before Mr. T?
Oh, no, I was around the Mr. T work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Count of 1 and 2. He has a long set in between. Not what we would call a quick worker.
No, he's not very quick. Now, when he goes to college, he's going to have to make some adjustments because there is a clock on the pitcher. He only has so many seconds to throw. And then also the stepping off. So in college, if you step off and you don't make a throw to a base, you get one shot per hitter. The second time, it's a ball. So there's some adjustments that you have to make.
I like all the rules in the pros. It seems to move things along.
Yeah. I mean, once you get used to it, people don't like change. I don't really like change either, but I think some of the changes have been healthy. You know, what they're doing now, too, in some college baseball leagues, is they're having 2 bags at first base.
I see that. That's confusing as heck, I think.
I saw a video the other day where somebody got called out because he went back to first base on a pickoff and he was on the wrong bag.
Oh, jeez. Count goes full, 3 and 2. Good at bat here by Luca Cavalieri. Center fielder, leadoff hitter.
It's a big pitch right here.
Looks like he's got a spare tire in the back right pocket there. And he works the walk. Nice at bat by Luca.
It's a mitten.
Oh, a mitten. I'm sorry.
It's a mitten.
That's right. They do have those nowadays.
Yeah. You know, back in our day, you had taken a little abuse for putting one of those on, but I'll tell you, they saved the hands. A lot of guys, you know, they drag one of the 2 hands when they slide. You know, that's not how you slide, but some guys just do, and they rip their hands off. So you gotta put the mitten on.
I wonder who came up with that invention, or was just eventually it was necessitated by people wearing gloves, and it's like, hey, let's do a mitten. Instead of taking mom's oven mitt from the kitchen. Still 1 out. First and second for Springport. Tying run at the plate. And a person of Ryan Fields. Fields into center field. That carried pretty well as Brennan had to go back to get it. Runner at second. Schultz is going to tag. And the runner from first will advance too. Good heads-up running there by Cavalieri.
Let's see if they can make this hurt. I mean, there's no reason for that to happen. Like, center fielder's throwing the ball in, maybe 130 feet. Shortstop needs to be able to make an adjustment on that and secure the ball. You know, a base hit now scores 2 runs in a 3-0 game, whereas a base hit single, because there's not a lot of balls that are being driven here tonight, would maybe be first and second and first and third. But now a base hit's going to score 2. We'll see how this shakes out.
And it brings up the number 3 hitter, Luke Cedar, third baseman. Oh, he took a cut at that curveball.
I'm pretty
that
sure
like might have been a hanger.
Yeah, it was a hanger. I'm sure Kevin Monero, good guy. Talked to him a number of times. Really good, solid coach. I'm sure he's not happy with that play from center to shortstop.
That's poked in the gap into center. That's going to split them. That's going to be 2 runs. 2 runs, and Ryan, you called it. Otherwise, that'd have been second and third. Luke Cedar with a ringing double to make it 3-2. And Jake Whitmer comes up with a chance to drive in the tying run.
Now batting number 27, left fielder Jake Whitmer.
That little conference on the mound. Brayton Fontaine giving up some hard contact this inning. First time Whitmer went opposite field to left. as I said, a little bit of a breeze blowing out there.
You know, it's hard to survive free bases. It's hard to survive the walks, the hit batters, the errors, the wild pitches, the pass balls.
That's smoked in the right field. Barnes can't get it. And that one will go toward the wall. Whitmer digging for 3. Oh, that's a pretty strong throw. The cutoff is airmailed. Backed up though, but Whitmer will tie it with a triple. So, Rod, we got 2 doubles and a triple this inning, and they were not cheapies either.
Woke up the crowd.
Yeah, sure did. Boy, Barnes had a tough play there. Looked like he was kind of caught between, do I try for this? Do I back off?
Whitmer was a dead out at third, but pressure running almost stole a run for him. I mean, I don't think that the pitcher was backing up, but I think the fence might have stopped that ball.
I think it did. Yeah, I think it was airmailed. So the go-ahead run at third base for Logan Babor. And it's inning the Rams have solved Brighton Fontaine. That's an 0-2 count. Babor struck out back in the second. Takes the ball, it's 1-2.
The umpire behind the plate has that wide stance.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think he's going to ring somebody up, but he's just kind of getting himself back into position.
Good call. It's in the right center, and it does fall. Babor will coast into second. Another overthrow. No advance, but a 4-run third inning. Three doubles, Rod. 3 doubles and a triple.
And a walk.
Yeah.
And an error.
Now batting number 13, designated hitter, Max Hungate.
Max Hungate, first time up. A pretty solid shot to right. I think we're going to the bullpen.
No, I don't think so.
I thought he made the left-hand too.
No, he told his infield to go back to their positions. He just wanted to talk to the pitcher and catcher.
So he was waving them off. That's what
Waving them off.
I misunderstood his gesture.
Yes, waving them off.
I guess should we take a break here? All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Hi, Jeff Bush here, host of Financially Speaking here on PCTV for the past 11 years. I have some exciting news. We are now Wellspring Financial, home of the Wellspring formula. We are here to serve all your financial needs.
Rod, first 2 innings, Springport didn't really have anything offensively, and it's just started stinging the ball this inning.
Yeah, I think the North Penn pitcher is starting to get his breaking ball up, even his fastball up a little bit. Because when he was throwing that ball at the knees, he was pretty much unhittable.
Yeah. Brings up Max Hungate, as we mentioned, designated hitter.
Put that knit hat on, you look like some guy at the post office, you know, that just maybe held up to Wawa or something locally. We'll get a picture of that
I'll
before.
take that as a compliment. Well, that's struck in the right center. Long run for Brennan. He tracks it down, but I'll tell you, those outfielders were busy in that inning, especially Brennan. He might want to go back and hit an oxygen tank. Springport with 4 runs in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth.
Bottom of the third for the Rams.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
OWM can assist in any aspect of a real estate transaction. We're here to protect your interests, representing builders and developers from a wide array of projects.
We provide agreements of sale, negotiate, draft, and then provide the agreement.
From multifamily to commercial shopping centers to large housing developments.
OWM Law.
Your life,
your business, your law firm.
There comes a point when you don't worry about looking good, you just worry about comfort. And that for me came about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, you know, when you were speaking, I was resonating with what you were saying. Looking at that knit hat you got. I'm not going to tell you how many layers I got underneath my windbreaker here, so I'm with you.
Yeah, we've been here too many times.
Oh, yeah.
Freezing. Man, shot in the hole. All of a sudden, man, both offenses are stinging the ball. It's Kevin Brace with a hard base hit. Lead off the fourth inning. Brings up Ben Gratton. No. Okay, that was Gratton.
Number 20, right fielder, Christian Barnes.
Christian Barnes. Get some good contact. Sorry, Ben, that was your hit. Barnes down the left field line. Long run for the left fielder. It's going to be foul. Whitmer chased it and disappeared from view. Oh, yeah, Barnes is the one who broke that bat that first time. Or Ruggiero might say, hey, that was me, pal. I broke that bat.
And as a father, I would say, that darn manufacturer, that cost me $350. Pick off.
Oh, they picked him off. Throw back. It's in time. They got him. Nice play. Nice throw by the first baseman, Babor. And it looked like the tag by Fields, the shortstop.
Yeah, and they were going on first move, and that's what happens a lot of times. You go on first move with a left-hander. But so many stolen bases. I think North Penn had 3 stolen bases going into that Springford had to do something about it, so there had to be more moves to first base because they were runnerish.
Yeah, they were just going. Barnes has had an active night in right field, too. Had a nice catch in the first inning with a line drive. Had to chase down a couple of extra base hits. Talk at the mound between Nelson, the catcher, and Ruggiero, the pitcher. Christian Barnes, right fielder, wearing number 20. And he's in an 0-2 hole. Like a defensive swing, a little bit late.
Talk about a different approach with 2 strikes. Maybe getting on the plate a little bit, choking up a little bit. You do become a defensive swinger.
That is sky to center Cavalieri. A couple steps in, puts it away for the second out of the inning. Brings up Mason Coyne, your first baseman.
Number 18, first baseman, Mason Coyne.
Mason grounded out the second, first time up.
I got my trusty multi-color pen.
You know, you make that work so well, man. That is a good idea.
It's just a visual, quick visual.
But you have very good handwriting, very small, so you can fit everything in.
Yeah? You were complaining about my writing earlier, by the way.
That.
Well,
I think you did it for spite. There's a shot down the right field line. But we got the message out. That's what was important. People understood. Just a reminder to subscribe to the PCTV YouTube channel, please.
Again, 1,855 subscribers. It's a good number.
Yep. So I think we talked about this last year, Rod. They do not give up on balls, right? Every ball is returned pretty much because it's not like the major leagues where a million of them.
Yeah, they're not handing out baseballs here. They want them back. I mean, baseballs are $5, $6, even $7 a piece. And you go through a dozen balls, it's $75 to $100. It's a small fortune.
Is there at some point though where it gets too dirtied or musted up where they say that's it? There's a shot up the middle. Second baseman McCreary hard to his right, but throws it a bit too high. And I'm going to give him an infield hitter.
Yeah, that's an infield.
Good range by McCreary to get over there, but that's the second hit of the inning. But remember, the first hit was erased on a pickle.
Number 15, third baseman, Luke Chartran.
I think we have a pinch hitter here.
No, Luke Chartran.
No, Luke is number 15.
Oh, yeah, that's
29.
right. That's right. 29. 29, you are absolutely right. 29, single. I'm going to get that name for you in a moment, okay?
Gets a base hit behind the runner.
Let me get that for you.
Center fielder, number 14, Trey Brennan.
So Luke takes a break. Matthew, is it Matthew?
Yes.
Matthew.
Looks like Penn.
Finale? How do you spell that?
Phonetically or exactly?
Exactly.
You ask for a lot. I work with other guys. You don't ask for as much. You ask for a lot.
It's because they're not lazy.
And I love it. We go with P-O-W-N-A-L-L.
Oh, Pownell. I knew some Pownells that are seconds. I wonder if it's any relation. Marissa? Huh. This is Matthew Pownell.
We got to stay on our toes here. They're shoving guys in and out. They got courtesy runners.
That's why it's good to be. Like sometimes it's good to have perspective from the outfield, but you have to almost be around home plate to catch all the changes, be on top of it.
Well, this is a great venue to be able to sit where we're sitting. We've got a great view, protected by the elements, from the elements.
This is Trey Brennan. He walked and scored back in the third inning. And if I'm not mistaken, he scored on a single by Logan Waynick. So Penn scored 2 runs. They're up 3-0, but Springport has since taken the lead at 4-3. A floating curveball and a swing and a miss to end the inning. So a man stranded, 2 hits, no runs though. We go to the bottom of the 4-3 Rams.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more, professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
All right, Rod, here we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And
leading off the bottom half, the fourth inning for the Rams. Number 3, second baseman,
Cole McCreary.
Cole
McCreary will be leading off. What did Max Hungate do last night?
Slide out to right.
Slide out right. Okay. So you don't put F9 in yours? Well, you do. You just put a little notation.
Yeah, I don't just put F9. I'll put like fly to right center field.
Okay, that's good.
It helps me out, like when I'm coaching. That when you position your defense,
makes sense.
Instead of just F9 thinking it's straight away.
Oh,
that's a big league fly ball to left field.
McCreary, that was a pretty good drive. On a warm night, that thing might carry. You think? Go out or not?
Well, if it go out, but I will say that the ball is being knocked down here today. Some of the balls that Springford juiced that last inning on a drier night, that ball would have carried more. And you said it earlier, a couple balls to the outfield, when they've hit the grass, they've kind of like stopped.
Yeah.
There's no roll. Nope. It's sort of like golfing, when it's a little wet, where you don't get the roll. You may hit a drive 250, and if it was a warmer day and it was a little bit faster, maybe the thing you show up it's 275. It's kind of the same thing here. The ball's just not carrying, and it's not gaining ground on the ground.
Foul. I thought Whitmer's ball, when Barnes missed it, I thought that might be an inside the Parker.
Oh yeah, because Witt can run a little bit.
Yeah, and that just it didn't roll. Didn't roll to the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah. TJ Schultz, he started off that barrage last inning with a double. Scored the first of 4 Ram runs.
I think I've smelled like 10 different aftershaves and perfumes walking by us tonight. Like I'm confused.
Yeah, that last person smelled good. Strike 3 called there.
It's not what I was inferring.
Now batting number 21, catcher Liam Noonan.
I don't wear cologne anymore. One of my many employers has put out they don't want people wearing cologne in the office.
It doesn't matter. A lot of people don't go in the office anymore.
That's true. They found a way around it. We got a pinch hitter. Here we do have a pinch hitter for Springford, number 21, hitting for Cooper Nelson. Good catch there. We just need a name. He comes to the plate with Keenan? Last name Keenan. Okay. Didn't get a first name though. It's up the middle, but picked up nicely by Brace, the shortstop. It throws off at a nice dig out by the first baseman Coyne for the out. And Keenan grounds out short to first. So
for the Rams, 3 up, 3 down.
That was 3 up, 3 down. Go to the top of the 5th. The Rams on top, 4-3.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day with homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Okay, a couple of housekeeping issues. First of all, it was not Keenan that we saw. That was Liam Noonan. Liam Noonan, who was the pinch hitter and is now in catching. Liam Noonan. He hit for Cooper Nelson. He's now in there in the ninth hole. We're trying to figure out who the new pitcher is.
Leading off the top half of the fifth inning for the North Penn Knights, number 2 catcher, Chase Jones.
Chase Jones, top of the order, leading off for North Penn to the top of the fifth inning. You know what? I'm just going to turn around and ask.
Jake Hummer.
Jake Hummer. So we could tell it was an Homer. We just couldn't tell for sure. And the North Penn, it seems like the bench guys are talking up a little bit more. Oh, there's a strike two, 1 and 2.
Well, they need to, because these 7-inning games, boy, they come up and they bite you quick. You know, it's already the top of the fifth. Now, 9-inning games, you're thinking, hey, you know what? We got half a game to go.
Yeah.
Now we got well, we better do something here early.
That's into the gap in right center. I think that might find the wall. It does. It finds the fence. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Chase Jones.
Nobody.
Well, and nobody's covering the ball. Gets away to more sloppy fielding we've seen tonight on both sides. And the tying run is now a third with nobody out. That was a totally unforced move.
Well, and we saw what happened the inning that North Penn did that.
Yep.
That sparked Springford and scored a couple 4 runs that inning.
We got Logan Wainick, the second baseman.
Tell you what, though, Bud, that ball was struck.
Yeah, that was smoked. Still, you see the flag fluttering, blowing out to left center. The wind doesn't seem to have shifted that much.
I don't think the wind's an issue right now. I just think the ball is still dead, but these guys are juicing it right now.
Count goes to 0-2. Wainick is 1 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning. Singled and scored in the third inning. Outside.
You know, I was hoping Rick Harrison was going to show tonight. I don't know. I thought he was on his way when I talked to him. I was going to talk to him a little bit. He's the ex-Springford coach. He was here for 4 or 5 years. Very successful program.
Oh, there's a swing and a miss on a pitch low. And a good comeback there for Jake Hummer.
The coach now for Springford is Rob Mansfield. And he has been here with Rick for a number of years. So it's pretty much the same philosophy as I'm watching, same as when I watched Rick coach. But first year for Rob Mansfield. I was curious whether or not he was going to bring his infield in at this time, 4-3 with 1 out. I wouldn't do it with no outs. I would consider doing it with 1 out to bring the infield in, but he has elected to keep the middle back.
Yeah. This is Josh Martinell, designated hitter, struck out in the first. Singled in the third and was erased, trying to stretch it into a double. That's in the deep center field. That will definitely get a run home. It's caught by Whitmer, and the run scores, and we are tied at 4. So sac fly for Josh Martinell. So, Rod, you hate to say it, but without that miscue in the field,
Yeah.
that guy would probably still be at second.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Would
Yeah, that's a
appeal,
tough
see if he
out.
left early. Nope.
Now batting number 9, shortstop Kevin Brace.
Kevin Brace, the shortstop. Walked in the first, grounded out to shortstop in the third. We have a brand new ball game, Rod. Brand new
We
ball
do.
game.
We sure do.
Ooh, right back at Gus. Gus, that came awful close to that camera, man.
We could have ended a little early tonight.
Yeah, we can. Do we still get paid the full amount?
I don't know.
That would be a touchy subject.
I would run, but I can't.
You can waddle away. How's that?
Hey, easy with the waddle. I just walk fast. They put in waddle. That's pretty brutal.
I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
Well, I hit you with the knit hat, so I guess you had to hit me with the waddle.
Call strike on the low one. And 2 strikeouts the inning for Jake Homer, but North Penn will tie it on the double, the error, and the sac fly. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and it's 1-4.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Rod, here we go. We stay apparently in the Fontaine family. We go from Brighton to Brayson and we switch arms. How about that?
Well, let's just face it, we're assuming, but it would be kind of interesting and weird if they weren't related.
Tonight they are.
Tonight they are.
For this broadcast. Leadoff hitter, Luke Cavalieri would go to the top of the order. Struck out in the first, walked and scored in the third. Ooh. I think he's thinking, you know what, I should have taken that one for the team. But on the ankle, that might have hurt.
And then sense came into mind.
Yeah, it's like, That's a strike, 2-1 on the center fielder, Cavalieri. North Penn with 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the 5th. Springford did all those scoring in the bottom of the third, and the count even at 2-2.
I like this young man on the mound too. Again, another left-handed pitcher.
And built a lot like the other person's name, Fontaine. Is that going to get down? Barnes is chasing it. Barnes runs it down. Played pretty well. He looked like he was shaded over towards center field. Good contact, but just a loud out. That's up Ryan Fields.
Now batting number 10, shortstop Ryan Fields.
It was interesting. Ryan bats left, but obviously he throws right. Right? If he's a shortstop? That's my dad. My dad was a left-handed batter and threw right. I don't think you see it that much, do you?
Yeah, I don't see it a ton.
Unless it's a switch hitter. You were a switch hitter. Were you around? No, you just hit right. I'm sorry. My mistake.
And some people think I was a catcher because I'm a little rotund right now, but I wasn't. I was a second baseman.
All right.
But, you know, you want to continue to throw jabs. I'm taking score.
I think I just went up 2-1.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times most recently somebody said, well, where did you play, Coach? I'm like, I was a second baseman. They're like, I thought you were a catcher. Nothing against catchers.
No,
it's just, you know, that they're built a little sometimes differently than a second baseman.
They tend to have a little bit of girth. It's coming back this way.
This is going to make a noise.
Oh, man. Those are tough. They seem to come back.
They don't seem to come back. They do come back.
I thought I was going to hit the 10.
Yeah.
So a new life for Ryan Fields. Counted 1 and 2. Lefty on lefty matchup. Oh, inside.
See a lot of catchers now going down on one knee. Now there's 2 strikes, so I don't know if he'll do it now. Let's take a look. Sometimes you want to be more. There he is. He's on one knee, but you'd want to be a little bit more in a defensive situation. But that's what they're teaching now. They're teaching a lot of the one leg. And it's harder,
right?
Oh yeah. It's just harder to move.
Yep.
On, you know, you get a pitcher that's wild, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yep. I'd bring a stool out. See my knee. There's a line
Nice
right up the middle. Good contact again by Springport. They've been hitting the ball in the screws tonight.
He took advantage of new life.
He did. Good point. So the potential go-ahead run there as the 3 and 4 hitters come up for the Rams. Luke Cedar hit a bullet back at the 3rd for a double. That thing split the left center fielder. Went after a high pitch and took it out. Oh no, they got him caught. Oh, is that costly? That hurt. Now we have 2 out, Rod. Nobody on.
I think every left-handed pitcher ought to work, and don't take this wrong, I think left-handed pitchers should work on a balk move. And I say that because with 2 umpires in the umpire position behind the pitcher, it's hard for these umpires to pick up a balk move.
Good point.
And it's very difficult on a first base runner to be able to decipher whether, you know, does that foot come behind the rubber? Is it on the rubber? And then not only that, when he strides forward, is he going at a 45-degree angle, right? And the umpires can't see that. But there's so many lefties that have terrible moves. Like, they don't work on it enough. It could be an amazing weapon for them as a pitcher.
For some reason, when I think of a lefty with Steve Carlton, his move, he was slow as beans, but yet he got so many guys picked off.
Yep.
I think, too, there's so many nuances with the balk rule. To me, sometimes the umpire picks up, like, man, he had to be looking for something, or he had to be staring at him. And these 2 guys have their attention on other things. Hit high, counted 3-1.
I'm not sure. I was trying to watch Fields to see if he was going to steal, and I couldn't really tell if he was looking to do any type of a launch lead or if he was going to go or if he just got caught. And I really couldn't tell, but, you know, it's getting late here. It's the 5th inning. you get a guy on first, you want to be able to do something here, and you certainly don't want to get picked off.
27, outfielder Jake Whitmer.
Courtesy runner?
No, I think he's just going to talk to him.
With him. It brings up Jake Whitmer with 2 outs. What could they be talking about? Maybe whether he's going to steal or not?
Maybe don't get picked off.
Don't get picked off?
No, seriously, sometimes it's as simple as that. Hey, listen, the guy's got a good move. You got to be careful here. Look for ball in dirt. You might be able to get a ball in dirt. You hit a gapper, I'm probably sending you. Things like that.
Whitmer flew out to left, then tripled. When actually he would have been out with a good throw. And I think he knocked in, that was a 2-run triple, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Or 1 run? 1 run.
1 run.
1 run.
I had to check my green note that said RBI. It's a green, my green pen.
Whitmer has power. We've seen that. There's a shot to right field. Barnes is there, though. Barnes plays it nicely, man. He's had an active night in right field, and he's been on him. So,
bottom of the 5th for the Rams.
Go to the top of the 6th as the Rams strand a runner at first. We're tied at 4.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day with homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Well, he's right.
Well, he is.
He's right.
All right, Rod, we go to the top of the 6th inning.
Number 7, outfielder Penn.
Ben Bratton. Good play. Fouled back by Grattan. Grattan is 1 for 2. Singled in the 4th. That was Erase trying to stretch it. Each team with 4 runs, each team with 5 hits. Rams have 2 errors. We've seen a few misplaced mistakes that are not reflected on the scoreboard too tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure, because North Penn has at least 1 error.
That's going to be a tough play. Cedar, and the ball gets away, and that's going to result in an advance to second base. So it's going to be 3 errors now. And leadoff man at second.
Sometimes you just have to eat it. Now, instinctively, you're coming in on the ball at third base, and you want to make the play. But sometimes you just got to eat it.
So infield hit. That's their 6th hit. Still Jake Humber, pitcher. And this is Christian Barnes, who has put good aluminum on the ball and has also made some nice plays out in right field. He has been very busy. Some right fielders will go a whole game without seeing anything.
May go a week.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he's not bunting.
I don't know, man. He's swinging pretty good.
Oh, he is. He is.
I like his stick, man. I think he's going to swing away here.
I'm a little surprised that he's not bunting.
He does, Rod. All right, good punt. Back to the pitcher. Sacrifice looks like it's going to be good. And it's going to score a run. Another casual fielding play by Springford, and North Penn takes advantage of it. They were giving up the out, and they get nothing and give up a run.
Well, it's tough because trying to hit the second baseman on the run there is very difficult.
That's a good point.
See, they didn't show bunt, so Springford looked like they had a bunt play on defensively, and then they took the bunt off. There was no bunt by the hitter, and then they put the bunt on. So I think Springford took the defensive play off. When they took the defensive play off, now the second baseman's got to run like 65 feet. And he tried to hit him on the run. It's like, trying to throw a football on a crossing pattern, and it's tough.
And he ended up lobbing it instead of. That's a good point.
Now batting number 18, first baseman, Mason Coyne.
4 errors on the board for the Rams. North Penn with none. Brings up Mason Coyne with a runner on first. Nobody out. It's been a very active game of chatter for the North Penn bench. Keeping the enthusiasm up. Now, as a coach, did you usually encourage your players on the collegiate level to keep up the chatter or not? Or didn't you?
Yeah. In the collegiate, if it's healthy, sometimes it gets unhealthy. I didn't necessarily like some of the childish stuff that was said.
That's in the hole for a base hit. Hard ground base hit for Mason Coyne. And it's first and second for Matthew Pownell. So are you saying that sometimes the players would...
Now batting number 29, Matthew Pownell.
Say something derogatory toward the other team, maybe?
Well, you know what happens, and I saw it more at Villanova when I coached there, is people would get on the internet and they would find stuff out about somebody, and some of the stuff that would come up was probably, unfair.
That is a great bunt. My goodness. That is a perfect bunt. And that's one where he's smart, just put it in his pocket, Rod.
I talked earlier about how the grass holds the bunts.
Yep, good point.
And that really held the bunt. It was not going to go foul. But there was a point that maybe the third baseman could have just said, heck with it, I'm going to let it roll to see whether or not he hit a clump of grass and went foul. But then he did the right thing by just eating it.
If that was on dirt, that rolls foul.
I believe, it has a great chance of doing it, yeah.
So bases are loaded and nobody out. So we've had a single, an error, a sacrifice that resulted in an error, and 2 more singles.
Yeah, and they don't really have a choice here. Being down 5-4, would rather not bring your infield all the way in with nobody out. This is where a pitcher has to really bear down and get a strikeout. And then maybe you play your infield in the middle back for the double play, maybe, depending on how you feel about your middle infielders.
If it's hit hard to short or second, do you still try to come home? Well, that's going to get at least 1 run home. Catch made by Schultz. Run scores. Runner on second moves to third, and it's 6-4. So Trey Brennan with a sac fly gives his team a 2-run lead. And we go to the top of the order with Chase Jones, who has 2 doubles, a strikeout, and he has scored 2 runs. He has 2 hits, 2 runs. They throw through. It's close. They didn't send the runner third though, Rod.
No?
No, that's just like they're through, wouldn't you? No instances or not? No?
Now
It's,
number 2, Chase Jones.
you know, 6 and 1, half a dozen the others. Seriously, like, they've been successful stealing second base, so not take a chance on getting a guy thrown out at the plate in case they had something funky on if the second baseman was cutting up in front. So I think it was just a straight steal, hoping maybe for a bounce ball into second base.
Good point.
An errant throw from the catcher.
Count even at 1-1 as Hummer goes away and a foul. And Hummer jumps ahead 1-2. So Jake Hummer and on relief of Dom Ruggiero. As each team with their second pitcher of the night.
It certainly takes away the opportunity for Springford to turn a double play.
Pitch, but the ball takes a weird bounce, dies at the backstop, but another run scores. And it's a 2-run inning and a 3-run lead. I'm sorry, it's a 3-run inning. And a man on third. And walk. Walk to Chase Jones, the catcher. And here comes the manager as Logan Wainick strides to the plate, the second baseman. I think we're going to go to the right-hander out of the bullpen.
Things got real fast for Springford this inning.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
All right, so Springford goes to their next pitcher, Daniel Ditterline. He's a right-hander. Third pitcher of the night for the Rams.
Now batting for North Penn, number 26, second baseman, Logan Wainick.
And he inherits a runner on third base with 1 out. And his team down 3 runs as North Penn has plated 3 runs in the inning. I'm sorry, first and third. Another stolen base. Close play. Good throw by Liam Noonan. Count goes to 2-0. Three hits in the inning so far from North Penn and 2 errors. And the chill has definitely descended on the air.
You took the words right out of my frozen teeth.
It's amazing how this place gets cold.
It does, and the metal seats.
They don't help.
I keep saying I got to bring a cushion.
Yep. That would help, a cushion.
Yeah,
Blanket even.
a heated cushion. Look at this young lady.
She's smart.
She has a baseball blankie.
Yeah.
I love it.
And she's probably 1/10 of our age, and yet has more smarts than both of us combined. I'm going to guess that gentleman who just walked by is related to the Fontaines. Do you think?
Well, yeah, because the starting pitcher appears to be going to Alabama, and it's the second local, I'll say local, Northeast pitcher that I know is going to Alabama.
It's up the middle, cut off nicely, play to first, he goes home, and he will score.
Well, Springford missed an opportunity there. The runner on second came to third, and the runner on third did not come home. And it was not noticed, and they ended up just getting the out of first base, and another run scored.
They would at least had one of them out.
They had two guys basically on third base.
Josh Martinell,
It's
DH.
the fourth run of the inning, and it's a 9-5 game. And what do you give, fielder's choice there? Or no, I'm sorry.
It's a 1-3 and
my
an
bad.
RBI.
Josh Martinell, the designated hitter. Had a sacrifice fly.
Now we're going to
That's out of
some
play.
noise.
Here we go. Listen.
Oh, just missed us.
No.
Just missed us.
Martinell grounded out to the pitcher way back in the first inning. Singled and scored in the third. Struck out in the fifth. Grounded the pitcher. I'm sorry. Nope. Did not bat this inning. I'm sorry. I had the wrong guy there, Rod. Never mind. He struck out, singled, and had a sac fly. That's what I meant to say. Yours looks much neater than mine. You have good handwriting.
A lot of practice. Try to make things simple. You know, when you're coaching, you're just trying to figure out how you can get like a quick elevator look of what the game's, how it's materializing and what has happened. Helps me position players. Maybe we're going to pitch around the guy because, you know, he took 7. It's like the last 7 for 8 that he's hit. We're going to pitch around this guy, you know. We'll go to the next guy.
So you keep score as like a manager or a coach. I keep score as like a broadcaster.
Exactly.
Rope down the left field line, just foul.
We had a doubleheader the other day, and you know one of the hitters was just killing us. And in the second game, you're like, you know, this guy's been on base 7 times out of 9 at bats. Maybe we ought to think of like maybe not pitching to him, you know. But it's just a quick elevator look, you know, at what's transpired, and maybe some decisions will be helped, you know, to be made.
I'll tell you what, I worked down at Usanis as a campus safety officer, and I fell in love with the kids down there. What just great working with young people. It attracts a good group of students. You hear the North Penn dugout?
Get a little chirpy, a little feisty when you're up. I think both teams' managers will take a look at this game and say they got to clean some things up. There was some unforced errors, some free bases, some hit batters, some walks.
There's a big strikeout to end the inning, but boy, the damage was done there.
Top of the 6th for North Penn.
4
runs
runs.
on 4 hits, 2
4
errors,
hits,
and
couple
1
errors.
man left.
We
5
go
and a
to the
half for
bottom
Penn,
of the 6th inning. Springford with some work to do. They trail 8-4.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Anyone entering a nursing home really should consult with an elder law attorney to see whether Medicaid is the appropriate option for them. But it's really important to make sure that you have someone that's familiar with those rules, that works with those rules on a daily basis, that can guide you through the process. I specialize in elder law because I enjoy the clients that I work with, and I really like helping them find solutions for their problems.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
Logan Babor to lead off for the Rams against Grayson Fontaine. Today I saw what I think was the Fontaine's dad walk up. He's a big dude. I'm not going to say anything derogatory about any of the Fontaines. You can't ride because you're a bad dude, man. Pop down the right field line. Caught by Barnes, who
continues to be busy.
He does. And he looks confident getting to stuff, man. Look, now he's shaded over towards center. That would have been a tough run for him. Well, it was a left-handed hitter, too.
Number 13, designated hitter, Max Hungate.
Max Hungate. Max has 2 flyouts on the night. I think both to right field. Both to Barnes. Max is going to make the stands. Or maybe not.
That's another ball that went up and, comes back. And he was kind of leaning over the fence looking to make the play, and the ball kept coming back, just like it did with the catcher.
Yep. Not an easy play.
I think I was saying last inning, there's in the Northeast now, I know 2 pitchers that are going to Alabama. Fontaine, and then there's a kid by the name of, last name Taylor, down in Ocean City, New Jersey. And my wife and I vacationed there, and we got to know the Ocean City, New Jersey coach. And the kid can really play, Taylor, and he's going to Alabama. So there we go. We got 2 pitchers that are in the Northeast going to Alabama.
You would assume some warmer weather in a D1 program.
Yeah, good program. Alabama's a really good program.
And we found out that Brayson Fontaine is the younger brother.
Right.
He's up to 24 pitches.
Kind of fun as a parent coming out to a game and having 2 of your sons split in the game.
Yeah.
One from the right side, one from the left side. Both really good-looking kids, athletic-looking kids.
Yeah, they look pretty solid. I get the impression there that Max thought that was a ball.
Sometimes from the dugout you say, just get it close, because the umpires don't like when people walk out on them.
Yep. Shot foul. Count stays full. Had a chance to see the 6A final last year in baseball with Sal College, and I forget who they played now. I should have kept my mouth shut out in State College.
And what were you doing there?
For my job for County Conference. I covered Holy Ghost Prep, won the AAA. What a walk-off double. Hard ground ball right at the second baseman, Waynick, and he chucks it out. And that's 2 down for Springport.
You announced the game?
No, I on my social media I'll post highlights.
Oh, okay.
Right. Now batting number 9, Liam Quinn.
And in fact, we got.
So you have a pinch hitter?
Feel free. Who was it? Liam Quinn? Liam Quinn pinch hitting a left-hander. There's a shot in center field for a base hit. All right, Liam Quinn maybe getting a rally started here.
That's a very nice stroke.
Yeah.
Lefty on lefty. Not easy. And I say this a lot, where a lot of coaches will go and make pitching changes. They'll bring a righty in, to face a righty, or a lefty in to face a lefty, right? They'll do a lot of that gamesmanship. But I don't understand sometimes, a righty against a righty. Guys see righties all the time. You know what I mean? They see righties all the time. The lefty against the lefty is a tough one.
Right back to the pitcher, and he throws over to first base. So first ball swing, Springport, one gets a base hit, the other ground out.
About a bomb to Curry.
Yep. Here it is.
Oh! kidding me? Oh, my! Unbelievable! Oh, my! Oh! Wow! What a pass by Marshall! Damn! He's auditioning for Jalen Hurts' job. And Curry! Oh! That may be the play of my broadcasting career, seeing that.
We got a North Penn top of the 7th inning, and leading off for them will be Kevin Brace. He's the shortstop, walked, grounded out to short, and struck out, so he's 0 for 3. Got Daniel Ditterline in for his 2nd inning of work. That was his 14th pitch, third pitcher of the night for Springford.
I'm sure the players don't mind that it got a little chilly, but I know 2 guys sitting behind the mics that care.
You know, that's fouled away. Not to make excuses, but it's got to be harder to field when it's cold, right?
I don't, as a player right now, I don't think it's very difficult to play in this. I mean, you're moving a lot.
Okay.
I've never really found a problem playing when it was even 35 degrees.
Really?
Yeah, you're moving, you're shaking. Now, if you get a lot of wind or you get some moisture, coming through with some rain or something, that's different sometimes. But I never had a problem with it, and a lot of our players.
See if Whitmer has a play on that. No, he does not.
A lot of the guys that I've coached over the last, how many ever years, 40 years, I found that they mind a lot of times the heat more than they do a cooler temperature. When I coached American Legion baseball, we were playing in the playoffs, like 98, 100 degrees. Wow. That's tough.
I could see the pitcher
40
especially,
degrees,
and the catcher.
40 degrees, not really a biggie.
Okay. I guess if you can't play high school baseball if you are adjusting to cold weather.
No, you can't play Northeast baseball if you're concerned about the cold.
It's an eventful at bat here for Brace. Count stays at 2-2.
And to your point about the pitcher, sometimes that's a little bit shaky because, ooh.
Well, that's probably the best place you can get hit, right?
Yeah, you got some padding there. But the pitcher, sometimes in the cold, the ball gets a little slick for him. But other players, I don't think it's a problem.
Number 7, fielder Ben Grant.
So the hit by pitch, that's only the 2nd one of the night. We have Ben Grattan up. Ben's had a couple of hits, 1 run scored. Yeah, I give these people the students who've stayed so far, I give them credit. And some of these girls aren't wearing heavy clothing either. I'm cold just looking at them.
Well, don't look at him.
Sound like my dad. Okay, we're tied at 2. Tied at 2. It's a little inside there. North Penn looking for a little insurance. We're in the 7th inning, and North Penn leading 8-4. They've scored runs in four different innings. Springford with all of its scoring in the 3rd. Little confab at the mound there, Rod. What are they talking about?
Try to keep it here. We got one more at bat. We can't let this thing get any more out of hand.
Maybe just more of a settle down than anything?
Yeah, probably.
Now, would you ever, you were very kind, would you ever go out, did you ever ream your pitcher out when you've been out there?
I was a little bit of an emotional, passionate guy.
Okay.
So there would be some times where I'd have a few, words of wisdom for them. Well, you can't coach. I've been coaching for 42 years or whatever it is, right? You can't coach without having, an episode. Ooh.
Oh, I think he got nicked. It's 2 hit batters. That was the proverbial chin music right there.
Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, it sure was.
Do you ever go on YouTube and listen to some of Tommy Lasorda's rants on the mound?
Yeah, Tommy Lasorda, Terry Collins with the Mets. I think they took that one offline.
Earl Weaver and with Tom Haller, the umpire.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And the one by Wally Backman when he was managing
in the minor leagues.
Oh my goodness. So first 2 men on here, and that brings up a pinch hitter. I don't have this guy. You have this guy, bro? 5. Say it hit the plate, so it's a
look
foul.
that one up. Well, it's not foul if it hits the plate.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So why did?
I'm not sure why he called that foul, to be honest with you.
I
But
thought it was
I mean, we were blocked off a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. But no, it can hit the plate.
Okay.
Let me just get a name here for you. He may not be there by the time I find the name.
Never mind, Rod. He just graduated. Sorry. Oh, we got a name here. Can't see it. Brady Dolder. Oh, we got him earlier. That's right.
No.
My bad. Brady Dolder. I forgot. He must have just pinch ran. Now he's in as a hitter.
And that's a little bit of the confusing things that happen in high school baseball. Again, we talked about it earlier. You got the pinch runners, you got the courtesy runners, you got the pinch hitters.
Yeah, they can reappear.
And they can, all of a sudden, it's like a ghost from the past. Like, wait a minute. You saw this guy before, but he was like the first inning.
Pitch gets away and a run will cruise in to score. Yet another wild pitch scoring a run. Or maybe pass ball. I couldn't quite tell. Don't want to make a rash scoring judgment. And a runner moves up to second. Rope into the gap and left center, cut off by the left fielder nicely. Whitmer got it in quickly and held the runner at third. So it's first and third now. Nice hit by Dolder. And that will bring up Mason Coyne.
Now batting number 18, first baseman Mason Coyne.
Coyne with a couple of hits and a run scored. So grounded out to third. Back in the second inning, he is 2 for 3. Is it me, Rod, or is this inning kind of like slowed down?
Yeah, I think the last couple innings have, drug a little bit. Lost a little excitement, except for on the North Penn side.
Yeah, that's popped up on the infield. Babor sizing it up. And will make the catch. And that is the first out of the inning. And even that looked like it came back.
It did.
brings up Matthew Pownall.
Number 29, Matthew Powell.
Or Powell. Is it Powell or Pownell? Never mind.
Oh, that's interference.
Oh, interference, and I think he's out. And he's got to go back to first. You know, that's a shame, though. All he did was swing, really, right? He shouldn't be out.
He went across home plate. You can't go across home plate.
across home plate.
And interfere with the catcher going to throw the ball to second. Correct.
So the batter's automatically out then?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
And the
know.
runner has to go back to
North Penn,
first.
Number 11, Kyle Bonner.
Coach getting a little bit of an explanation.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple obstruction calls tonight.
One we missed until the next inning because I wasn't really sure. I didn't see the umpire make the motion.
No, we need.
But this one was very obvious that he went across home plate.
So what? You can't step across home plate. You can't step on home plate. You can't block.
You can't interfere with the catcher throwing the ball to second base.
So if the guy wouldn't have been gone and he would have stepped on him, that would have been okay. So this brings up Trey Brennan. There it goes again. That's a quick throw there. Short. And it's in there. The runner in scoring position. 5-run North Penn lead. Okay, this is not Trey Brennan. They stuck in another pinch hitter on us.
Number 11. We'll check their roster very quickly.
Next time I'm bringing a roster, I can start holding my end of the word. Kyle Bonner was your hitter. Hitting for Trey Brennan is Kyle. Two-one count. Did her land on the mound? So Derek goes to 3-1. It's outside. I guess it was not 3-1. 3-2. No. It's 2 out. That's ball 4. And the bases, Rod, are loaded.
I don't know if you ever heard the Bobby Cox Hall of Fame speech. Bobby Cox said Glavine was on the mound, and he said, he goes to the mound, he said, Tommy, he said, listen, I think we ought to put this guy on. And Glavine goes, that's fine, Bobby, but like, where do you want me to put him? And he goes, on first base. And Glavine goes, Bobby, there's a guy on third, there's a guy on second, and there's already a guy on first. He goes,
just imagine.
Some of those Hall of Fame speeches are great, but that's, I mean, you're playing 162 games plus, right? If you make the playoffs, there's a lot of stuff that happens, right?
God, yep. Foul back toward the parking lot.
Imagine having a pitching staff like that.
Oh.
Maddox, Schmaltz, Glavine. Wow, huh?
You could have you and me as the 4th and 5th starters with that rotation.
Well, who's fourth?
think I would go with you. It's on my shoulder now. I'm going to have to underhand it up there anyway at this point. 0-2 hole. Oh. Had a lot of the plate there.
I think the umpire's done a nice job behind home plate. He's been very consistent. You know, umpires can't get away with much these days with all the cameras that are out there.
That's going to find some open space there. That's going to be at least 2 runs. 2-run single. And that makes it 11-4. So Bonner gets in the hit column and the RBI column.
Now batting number 17, Chase Paskowicz.
Chase Paskowicz. I think everybody's hit with the bus driver at this point.
Yeah, you know, I didn't expect this tonight, and maybe I'll say some of the comments from our closing comments after the game. But I will say, to preface it, I didn't expect this tonight to be like this.
Kind of got away from it at the end. This was a 4-3 game heading to the top of the 5th. Springford was on top. They scored a single run at the top of the 5th and had a crooked number in 6th and 7th. It seems that there's I had to wipe my nose. It seems like there's a haze that has descended over the field. It's almost like a fog across the outfield there, too. Ooh, that hit something. Is that a fog going across the outfield?
There is a fog, absolutely.
I was wondering if I was losing my eyesight. Count at 1-2. And there we go. That will end the top of the 7th inning, but 3 more runs across the plate for North Penn.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Leading off the
all right, Rod, here we go.
For Springford, number 21, catcher Liam Noonan.
Liam Noonan will lead off. Came on midway through to take over for Cooper Nelson as catcher. This is Brayson Fontaine, who he's had some lengthy breaks in between innings.
Yeah, he sure has. Hasn't affected him.
No. It's a count of 1.
Crooked numbers will get you. Like 1 run here, 1 run there, 1 run, you know, in the late in the game, that's fine. Give up 3 runs or so. But the crooked numbers, man, the 2s and the 4s and the 3s, boy, they add up quick.
Yep. Sure did tonight. 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss, and that's 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yeah, he's still chucking some pills out there.
Now batting number 6.
Probably about 7-8 years ago when I was at Cabrini, we gave the full story about, hey, you got it. You can't let the offense put crooked numbers up, right? Well, the next thing you know, I look up at the scoreboard. We were playing Swarthmore, and they had like 7 innings in a row. They got 1 run. I get on the bus. I'm like, oh man, you took me literally. Look like a picket fence.
This is Zach Yuba, the pinch hitter. Man, he's throwing some steam out there.
You know, now I used to coach the player, then I coach the player's son, and now I see like players' grandsons. Like I coached the Ubas. I coached 3 Ubas back in the early 80s.
All related?
All brothers.
Oh.
All brothers, the Yuba brothers, yeah. Good people. Mom and dad, very supportive.
That's the second strikeout of the inning. And the last hope now for Springport. Another pinch hitter.
Number 11, Aiden Dunleavy.
Aiden Dunleavy. Good, it's cracked. Brayson Fontaine. He's on that one. It's a long night to be sitting around in the cold and not trying to take your hacks.
It's not an envious position right now. We talked about not being cold as a player, but when you're sitting around this long, it's a bit chill.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and the Rams are down to their final strike.
You got a lefty out there controlling a couple 3 pitches on you too.
Slide into right. That's going back. That's carrying well, but not well enough. And it's going to be hauled in for the final outs of the game. So North Penn beats Springport. Final score 11-4. Rod and I will be back to wrap it up after this.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Hi, Jeff Bush here, host of Financially Speaking here on PCTV for the past 11 years. I have some exciting news. We are now Wellspring Financial, home of the Wellspring formula. We are here to serve all your financial needs.
Well, Rod, it kind of got away from Springport a little toward the end. Early season, things will be cleaned up, I think, as the year wears on.
Yeah, I didn't expect this tonight. I said this late in the game. I was saving my comments for closing here. Each team's played 1 or 2 games so far, and there were a lot of what I'll call routine plays that both teams struggled with. So I think both managers on the winning side, on the losing side, are going to have come to Jesus meeting a little bit, with their players to say, some of these things can't happen because a lot of games in high school baseball are 1 and 2 run games.
Yeah.
And just simple little routine plays make a difference between a win and a loss. So I would expect if we saw these 2 teams play later in the season, I think we'd see a different and cleaner contest.
One thing encouraging, one more point, I think Springport got some good swings tonight, made some good contact.
They did. It's just, again, the game got fast. When the game gets fast, you have to find a way to slow it down. Because sometimes things happen. All of a sudden there's a bunt, there's an error, there's an overthrow, and then all of a sudden there's a base hit or a bloop. And now you look at the board and there's a cricket 4 on the board.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to slow the game down when things are starting to get out of hand. And they were unable to do that tonight. But again, it's early in the season. I think things will be a lot different in a couple weeks.
Okay, so once again, North Penn wins 11-4 for Gus Tellis. Rod Johnson, I'm Al Ganosa. Thanks so much for watching.
Welcome to Theo's Gyros.
Hi, I'm Martha, and this is my brother Donnie. Our parents, Theo and Maria, started this business here at Quakertown Farmers Market 34 years ago. When they immigrated from Greece in 1979, they opened their first location on Broad Street in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
We've also been doing Music Fest and Celtic over the years.
Over the years, we've developed a great customer following and are known for having the best gyros. We use the freshest ingredients and make our own tzatziki sauce daily. Pair our gyro sandwich with fresh cut fries. Let's make them break and add feta cheese. Finish it off with a piece of baklava.
Hi folks, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. How can I help you today?
I get a gyro, no onions.
Of course. Anything to drink for today?
How about birch beer?
Yes, sir. We only have one size. Is that okay?
Yes.
Great. Any fries or pierogies for today?
Side fries.
Yes, sir. I'm Theo, and I help out my aunt and uncle at Theo's Gyros. My grandfather and my grandmother started this restaurant 30 plus years ago, and we're still going strong. Thank you for coming in.
I'd like to say, in my best Brooklyn accent, Theo's is the best. We've been coming here for 20 plus years, 35 miles from Clinton, New Jersey. We've been to Athens, my wife and I, and we asked for a gyro, and we concluded that Theo's was better, and we've told them. Theirs is the best. The service here is wonderful. Theo, little Theo, who's about 6 foot, Maria, Joy, Martha, and Don. You couldn't ask for better people. You leave here with a smile.
If you want the best gyros, come visit us in the Quakertown Farmers Market. Thank you so much, guys.
Kaliorexi.